Good morning. Welcome to VBIS network. We are having two gentlemen over here, Vsr Consultants. These people are mainly focusing their attention towards quality management services, and any company which produces some products or services, quality is the main factor that defines the success rate. So it comes in around towards ISO certification also. ISO certifications means people always think in a wrong notion that you buy a certificate and establish it ISO certified company. It's not correct. Actually, ISO certification has some predominant norms and conditions. If you follow thoroughly those norms and conditions, fulfill them successfully, then your company will be very flourishing. This particular aspect is taken care by this company called Vsr Consultants. They are represented by co-founder Mr. Hari Ravi is with me, and one Mr. Sangameshwar Rao. These are co-founders of this company. Let us know what the services rendered by them, how it is very useful for the industries, and what is the significance of it. First, let us talk to Mr. Hari Ravi. Tell us something about your company, when it is established, how many people are working, what are the greatest companies so far in your kit.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Muthigaru. We're happy to be part of VBN. We call it VBN, it's VBIS network, which has been formed recently. I'm sure this should become much bigger than BNI, which is now most famous internationally. Talking about ourselves, we are from media background, about 25 years in media. We worked in an organization which follows systems to the T. And we're coming out, we thought that this has to be the culture of any organization or any individual. So we took up this consultancy called Vsr Quality Consultants, under which we promote quality management services in organizations. By organizations, we mean anybody who is doing any work. We don't mean only commercial. Any organization should take up a quality management system. Most popularly, a quality management system is called an ISO certification. Yeah. And as Dr. Murthy had just mentioned, in fact, he has half sold our concept by saying that ISO certificate is not something which is bought. It has to be achieved. It is something like your postgraduate degree or your doctorate. An organization, if they really want to do good business or good service, if they really want to grow, if they really want to make a name for themselves, they should have a quality management system imbibed into their system. And it has to be what we call in our vision is everybody should have quality in their blood. If you look at your home or in your organization, the most important thing which is neglected is quality. But we all want quality wherever we go when we demand. And that is what we want to inculcate in people, quality management process. Under this process, we have educated a lot of organizations on how they should make their process number one to have their product or service to be sold as the highest quality. And like Dr. Murthy had said that if you want to really flourish in business, your backend should be perfect.
Absolutely.
And that backend is what is called quality management system. And a very little brief on ISO. Now, ISO is an organization which was formed before the Indian independence, that is February 1947. Geneva is its headquarters. At that time, there were about 20 odd countries who were part of ISO. Today, there are more than 164 countries who are part of ISO. These are all member countries who adapt standards created by ISO. And ISO is like IRDA in normal terms. You don't take an insurance policy from IRDA. You take an insurance policy from an insurance company.
Yeah.
Similarly, ISO doesn't give any certificate. ISO only creates standards. There are certification organizations who are accredited by a recognized organization by ISO. One of them is called IAF, International Accrediting Forum. They give out accreditations to one organization per country, and that organization can give any number of people to do the certification under them. And these certification bodies engage people like us who are consultants. We are like, you can say in layman's language, LIC agents.
Yeah.
We come, we educate, and we ensure that an organization gets an ISO certification if they follow the clauses given by ISO. The most popular standard is ISO 9001, which is called Quality Management System, which is applicable to any organization. Whether it's a charity organization, whether it's a commercial organization, whether it's a government, it is applicable. Today, if you see, if you step out of India, anywhere you go, they will not work with you if you're not ISO certified.
Okay.
And we have got a lot of inquiries from people who have purchased, as you said, ISO certificates, but have been rejected by their counterparts abroad, and they have come back to us asking us to give a proper ISO certificate.
Okay.
And we say we don't give certificate, we do a testimonial of your working. So ISO certification is a testimonial of quality process which you adopt in your organization.
Fantastic. In other words, the quality which is required is not by just by purchasing a certification.
Yes, absolutely.
You will guide them what norms to be followed.
Correct.
And conditions to be created.
Absolutely.
Rather than.
Yes.
So, how it will be very useful for instance, somebody is having a company and he got a certification, and as you are saying that because you don't follow all those norms and conditions, but you have a certificate,
Yes.
it is again making you handicapped.
Right.
So you have to go for a authentic certification with following all the norms and conditions where your role is significant.
Yes.
So how best do you think this, whichever conditions are, is it so inhuman that people don't go bother all these things and just purchase a certificate? Is it really that tough?
It is not tough actually.
Then-
the best thing about ISO is that there is no template.
Okay,
It only has clauses with some headings.
okay,
Like for instance, it says that you have to have a good operation control.
okay,
Okay. The operation control is defined by you
Okay.
as an organization.
yes,
Whether you are following what you have created or not is what ISO will see.
okay,
Like for instance, if somebody is running an NGO
okay.
and they say we will not take any foreign fund.
If that is the case, don't you think, Mr. Ravi, that selling a certificate itself is breach of trust of the
Absolutely.
people?
Yes.
Then what is the government is doing, what is the law is doing, and it is one kind of making the people fools.
Yes.
His hard-earned money is paying,
Yes.
thinking that he will be getting abundantly benefited by the certificate,
Yes.
whereas it is nothing but a scrap paper.
Yes. Absolutely.
Then how you are going to educate the people that this is not to be done? You have to go to people who are righteous. Rather than quantity, you should concentrate on quality.
Yes.
So what is the solution you are offering to the viewers, one who is watching this video? He
Yes.
should know as you are rightly said, there is no predominant condition that this firm only should get.
Yes.
Anyone can get it,
Yes. Absolutely.
provided certain norms and conditions.
Correct.
So how you are going to tell my viewers that what are the conditions or what are the easiest ways, or they are not to be a pry for the people who are just selling the certificates?
Yeah.
How to safeguard their interest?
Yeah.
How to define them that Ravi or X, Y, Z, whoever it is, to whom to approach, who is authentic, who is genuine?
Yes.
How to find it out?
See, it's a very relevant question which Dr. Muthi has asked. Very recently, we had got inquiries from two organizations who actually already got an ISO certification. But what they found out is that there is nothing which they are getting out of it.
There is no value at all.
There is no value at all. They say that whatever we have spent, it is
gone
waste
into
of-
drain.
Gone into the drain. So when they approached us, we had gone to them for a different purpose. But when they have spoken to us, they thought that yes, we can guide them. So when they approached us, what we asked is that one is what is the certification? So we wanted to see a copy of the certificate.
Yeah.
By looking at the certificate, we can say whether it is authentic or not.
Wow. Okay.
So when we saw that, we told that this is not authentic, it is of no use. Then they started questioning like you have asked. So the first thing which any organization has to see is that whether the certification body is accredited to any of the ISO recognized organizations,
Okay.
like IAF as I mentioned. There's IAF, ANAP and all.
Authentic bodies.
Authentic bodies. That's the first one. The second thing is that what is that they are asking from you
Okay.
to get a certificate?
Okay.
Because if you just go to Google, you will find 100 ISO certifying agencies in Hyderabad.
Yes. Absolutely.
And if you click as less as 2,500, you can get an ISO certificate.
Wow.
And
This is some kind of joke.
yes. And what do they ask? They ask your company registration, your GST, and they'll only say that a few questions they'll put, you just give the answers. That's all.
Your certificate is given.
The certificate is given online. Nobody knows who is doing the certification, nobody knows who is getting certification.
And nobody bothers also.
Nobody bothers, and they printed A3 size and A0 size and paste it on their reception, thinking that we are ISO. Okay. So first thing what we ask is that the authentication of the certification body. The second thing is that what questions they are asking. We never give any code on phone.
Oh.
We have a website, we have our phone numbers, we are on Just Dial, but we don't give any code on phone. We say that allow us to come.
Let us see physically what is you are doing.
Absolutely. Because there are people who are just opening their shop and they want an ISO certificate. And there's a classic case, Inadu also has covered this under the heading that Angatlo ISO certificates,
Yes.
wherein a temple, a very well-known temple, has been given 5 ISO certifications, and the temple is still under construction.
Gracious.
So this is the
Classical joke this is.
Yes. So what we say is that first show your process. At least 3 months your business cycle should run.
Okay.
You should have some business, some transactions done.
Some track record.
Some track record.
Documentary evidence.
Documentary. You have to have some process laid down.
Okay.
You just come open a shop and put all your things and you want to sell, that is not the thing. If your process is not there but you have a good vision, you have a good project report, we can create the process for you. And recently we have taken up a project where we are going to upgrade the process and we are visiting them every month
Okay.
to see that how they are adapting the implementation of ISO.
Okay.
Most of the consultants like us, what they do is that they just do the initial work, give certificate and forget. An ISO certification is valid for 3 years.
That's all.
Yes.
Okay.
And within that 3 years also they have to do periodic audits.
Okay.
Only then their certification will be in vogue. A lot of people, they just give certificate and come back only after 3 years. But we don't do that.
It is like recurring deposit.
It's like a recurring. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And somebody who have done about 6 years back, they say we already have ISO. But their ISO is invalid. It is expired. They don't realize that.
Okay.
Because those companies have forgotten to renew.
Okay.
Okay, so even that 2,500, they are not going and asking.
One more question to you, Sangameshwar. See, I have a ISO certificate, not some fake one. It is a genuine one. I have all the norms being fulfilled, the documentary evidence, whatever you ask. The process is evidence is there. Then how best this certification is going to help me? For instance, I am a layman's language, I am an ignorant man, I have an establishment and I have doing business for the past few years and I have an authentic, genuine certification. Then how is it going to help me? Do I just hang it on the wall, see it, I am an ISO company and tell the people it is a ISO company? That's all? Or any benefits? Fundamentally, do I have any rights to claim some rights because I am an ISO company? Do I have anything such thing?
Yeah, so it's a good question, Dr. Murthy. The main purpose of ISO is to establish systems and processes.
Fine.
Okay. For any company, ISO is very beneficial, whether it is a small company or it is a
Big company.
big, large organizations like Tata's and Birla's.
James.
Okay, yeah, yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, for any organization, the most important thing is the bottom line and the top line.
Yes.
Okay, the profits and the customer base. If you are an ISO certified organization, the processes would help you to reduce costs. The most important benefit of the ISO certification is reduce the costs.
Okay.
Okay, and also improve your customer base. How does it improve the customer base? Is that if you are an ISO certified company, normally your systems and processes would be established. Okay, so with these systems and processes in place, your product or service would be of good quality.
Better quality.
Better quality, yeah. If the quality is good, obviously the customers would be happy, and through word of mouth, it spreads in the market, and it will help you retain your customers and also increase your customer base. And also ISO certification would help you, because your quality is good, so you can demand a better price in the market.
These are all virtual benefits. What I am asking organizationally, for instance, I go to some government institution, I claim, boss, I am a ISO certified, genuinely certified company. Am I going to get any benefit out of that government body, or any priority is given, or I am being treated as a honest fellow? Something must be some benefit.
Correct. It's a good question. And see, if today any government organization, if you approach any government organization is asking vendors to be ISO certified.
Okay.
That's the most important thing. If you are an ISO
Some priority is given.
some priority is given.
Yes.
Fine.
And see, to add to what Sangameshwar has told, the best thing about ISO implementation is that the top management will have the best form of control over the organization.
Okay.
And ISO is not about top management. ISO is about involvement of every individual in the organization.
Okay.
So everyone has to be part of the system.
Yeah.
Otherwise, ISO cannot be implemented. And when you implement ISO sincerely, then each one of your employee is like a plug.
Oh.
So they have to plug in to go to the next process.
Yes.
So that is the best control you have.
Integration of each and everyone.
every
Yes,
department.
that's
Most
really
important,
wonderful.
And as you said, reduction of cost, then we give some tools when we do the implementation, like customer feedback. Okay, we recently had done for jewelry, Manipali Jewelers. We had seen their customer feedback. They are doing everything.
Yeah.
But what we did ask them is that just improvement on that, just put a number to your customer feedback, which is rating.
Yeah.
So if you have 100 satisfied customers, it is not enough. For each of your activity, what you're doing, what is the rating they're giving?
Okay.
So if you say satisfied, not satisfied, it's very easy. Just to please you, they'll put satisfied.
Right.
But when you give 4 different options, they will take only one of them, and that one will have a rating.
Yeah.
That rating will tell you where you stand.
Absolutely.
Okay. So these kind of tools we give. And we have gone to each showroom of Manipali and trained their entire heads
Okay.
on how to implement ISO. We've done a chemical factory near Vijayawada recently for environment safety. We had been there for about 1.5 to 2 weeks to see that the implementation is done thoroughly.
Fantastic. Now the picture is very clear. Instead of going for some fake certification, go for an authentic and genuine certification which claims or which requires physical verification,
Absolutely.
seeing it,
Yes.
then believing it,
Yes.
and finally giving the certification.
Yes.
For instance, one gentleman is running a business and he want to acquire a genuine ISO certification and want to reach you.
Yes.
How best you are making yourself aware to the clientele? I am telling you, there are, if I am not mistaken, not thousands, lakhs of establishments. This Hyderabad, most happy
Yes.
city is happening.
Yes.
Then how you are reaching them? See, better you will be distributing some visiting cards, or you will be having your own contacts, your own website. That's fine.
Yes.
How to reach you? You please convey our viewers. How to reach you and how quickly you will respond to the clients.
Right.
End of the day, somebody is watching you and he needs it. Every establishment need ISO certification, but he don't know whom to approach.
Yeah.
When you people are really doing a wonderful service, similarly, equally, he should have the right to know you, contact you, reach you,
Yes.
and get the benefit out of that authentication of that certification.
Right.
So please tell our viewers how to reach you, how to contact you. You have what are the modes like websites, emails, phone numbers,
Yes.
addresses, etc.
Yeah.
Please tell us.
So anyone looking to organize their organization in a proper way, in a systematic way, please contact us. You can go through our website to see our profile and the companies which we have done. Our website is vsrqualityservices.com. So vsrqualityservices.com, no dots, no spaces in between. And we are reachable at info@vsrqualityservices.com. So you can mail to us at info@vsrqualityservices.com. And we have 2 phone numbers you can contact. One is 98484-11518, and we have 8374-555503. So 2 phone numbers, and our response will be instant. And we don't
Fantastic.
wait
That is
anytime.
wonderful.
And anywhere in the world, people can contact us either by mail or by phone. We will answer and educate them immediately, and then we will take up the job.
It's not that he writes a mail and you see after a fortnight, not like that. Instant response will be
Yes.
there. That's wonderful. VBiz is really wonderfully happy for conducting this interview, which is very important factor and very, in other words, a funny thing that you have a certification, as Mr. Ravi was telling, as low as 2,500 rupees you pay, and you are paying for what? A A4 size a printout, hardly 2 rupees
Yes,
it costs.
yes.
So, what is the fun of having such paper and hanging it? You are not only fooling others, you are fooling yourself also. Instead of that, go for the genuine, meet the people who are really authentic, who can guide you, who can help you, and get a really authentic certification of ISO certification,
Yes.
which will be very beneficiary to you, and spread the word to all of your business community people. Thank you very much, and thanks for sharing your ideas. This is a wonderful opportunity for us also, to our viewers, to tell about this authentication of this particular service, Mr. Ravi, and thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Sanjeev.
Dr. Murthy.
Thank you very much.